when short-term motivation fades. Have you ever had a moment where you're really excited about something and you're super pumped, you plan, but then the motivation fades? Same. I'm an idea man, and it's like a gift, but also a curse. Because in the end, the idea man isn't going to carry the project done just on the idea. You know what I mean? We have to take action, other fellow idea men or whatever, idea people. As a former host of a podcast called the Unfinished Projects podcast, I know this feeling oh so well. And talking to my creative friends, I found that, wow, I'm not alone. There's so many people who feel the same way. Like, they get super pumped and they do it, and then the motivation just falls to the ground. And guess what? That's okay. And we're here to focus on solutions, because as creative people, if we don't do our creative thing, it's going to haunt us. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, to be a more pleasant person, like around my friends, I gotta do my art. Because when I don't do my creative stuff, I'm like frustrated, and I accidentally am just like a boiling pot of water. Yeah, and that's my job. That is my job, to regulate my emotions, and I cannot blame other people for my life circumstance on why I'm so busy and don't have much time to dedicate to my other things. Therefore, I gotta carving out time with the selenite stick, carving out time. Anyway, I love it's so pretty. Anyway, goal is we are going to nourish ourselves, find self-love more by continuing our creative goals, even when we're like sad about them, we don't feel like it. And also, if you don't feel like it, you don't need to do it, right? But I'm speaking for myself. There are times when I didn't feel like doing it, and I did do it, and then I was really proud. For example, this one like TikTok video I made on my other account, I didn't feel like doing it, and while doing it, I was like, what's the point? When you think what's the point, it's like, oh no, get me out of this area. And nothing good can come from what's the point. Or some good, maybe, yeah. And anyway, I already brainstormed all these ideas. Like the week prior, I did it, and then like the video got like a lot of views, and I'm like, whoa, thank goodness I filmed it even when I didn't feel like it. And it was because I was just fatigued, and I didn't have that much time. But like, as somebody in a situation where I do have to work a day job in addition to all my other little stuff, and then, of course, there's your family life, your friendship life, like balancing everything, you have to consider that when doing your projects. As someone who does have to work a full-time job, I like, a lot of people say like, quit, if you're tired, quit. And like, okay, that is a form of self-love, but also I have high dreams, and yes, hustle culture is very toxic. However, I know for me, nothing will get done if I just continue to honor my fatigue, because like all the time, and yes, I have to honor my fatigue a lot of times, but at the same time though, if I always honored my fatigue, especially like in the winter months, I mean, forget it. Like, I will tell you, I get this second wind when I do it. You know what I mean? So it's like the thought of doing it is worse than when I'm doing it, and then I'm like, I get energized. And I forgot, I was like, oh yeah, like doing my little projects is my life force. It's my oxygen, pretty much. So, and it's almost as if I was tired because I wasn't doing it. So, relationship with our goals, with our creative projects. Let's get this situated. Let's focus on solutions, okay? So before we get started, let's like rule out distractions, of course. I know for me, my goal, and I say it and then I'm on it, is I want to like look at the news less, because Oh my goodness. News. Ugh. 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 So yeah, so that's my goal. I'm going to put a blocker on my computer before I, do work. I'm going to turn my phone on silent and communicate to my friends like, hey, I actually am going to put an away message on my text message. Found a way to do that. And that away message is, hey, I'm so sorry. I'm not looking at my phone right now, but if it's an emergency, call me. That way, you communicate. And also another interesting thing was as reading about this, they said that all you have to do is like make it a part of your routine, your habits. So therefore it's not like, oh, maybe I'll work on that later. It's no. Wake up, eat, brush teeth, create a project before and then work. You know what I mean? Eat, sleep, creative project, repeat. Yeah. Because when you make it a routine, you don't really think about it, and all that energy and brain space of not thinking about it, you systemize it and streamline it, and it becomes less exhausting. This next tip I got from James Clear, the author of Atomic Habit, which I really liked. He calls this the Goldilocks. What is it? Yeah, the Goldilocks rule. So, next time you don't find motivation and you feel stuck, think, all right, is it too hard or too easy? Like, you want this task to be just right. So think next time we get stuck, like, all right, well, how can we break this down into a simpler task, or how can we crank it up a notch to make it more interesting? And lastly, let's celebrate our wins. Woo! Heck yeah. Like, all right, so today or tomorrow, you're going to start on your creative project again, and you're going to do it even though you don't feel like it. And then after, I want you to just be like, yeah, I want you to be proud of yourself, because it takes a lot of work. And just remember, yeah, it's so honorable to be working on a creative project. Like instead of going to a happy hour or doing something, with people, like you're choosing to focus on your craft. Like that's awesome. You're awesome, and you've discipline. That's such a positive trait, to have a discipline and honor your needs, which are creating. Remember, guys, when motivation fades, just remember it's totally normal. It's totally normal. In fact, there's some principle, the Dunning-Kruger effect or something, where like a lot of people quit right before they get good. And so just remember that. Like, keep going. Keep going. Because remember, when you feel like quitting, you're actually right on time. You know what I mean? So keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. Okay, and remember, before you even start, protect yourself with strategies to remain focused, like your phone on silent and little stuff that we all know. But okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, help the algorithm, and comment if you have any requests for particular videos, because I get so excited making videos for you guys. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.